Hi, welcome to AFTV. You've got Julian with me. Hi, matching tops. Matching tops. 3-0 win here at the Emirates against Bodo Glimt. I know we're both very happy. What did you enjoy from today's performance? What really stood out to you?
I enjoyed the fact we won 3-0.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't feel stressed in any way. Wasn't sure how much that had to do with the opposition.
Yeah. Even in the second half when it was 2-0, they got a few chances, went a bit flat from Arsenal.
Look, it was flat from Arsenal, but it was flat from Bodo for the whole game. I really didn't think that team had anything to them. It reminds me a little bit. Do you ever watch that programme, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, yeah. Because I want to be a millionaire. Yeah, I've watched it.
Yeah, well, the first few questions are always easy.
Yeah.
And that's what this group stage feels like. It does. These teams, we kind of build them up, but they're really not up to much. You look at Bodo. I mean, I looked at the history of them after I got over the euphoria of Saturday. Haven't quite got over the euphoria of Saturday, but I started doing a bit of research into Bodo.
Yep.
In the 80s, they weren't even the biggest team in Bodo. They weren't. It was called Grand Bodo, were the biggest team in Bodo.
Oh, we're the biggest team in Bodo.
In the 1980s.
Oh, we got a Bodo fan.
In the 1980s.
Before my time.
Exactly. So I've done my research. I remember Bodo in the 80s. You weren't even the biggest team there.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, but you're doing phenomenally well. You're having the greatest time in your history.
And the energy changed quickly, Julian. As soon as I saw the Bodo clip,
No, but it's true. But the greatest time in your history still isn't up to playing Arsenal. I'm afraid to say, look, you're obviously wonderful people. You've got a lovely team. It's a nice little villagey team. But I mean, Bodo has a population of less than our stadium.
Yeah, that's true. We got like 40,000.
Yeah, well, it's actually 55.
Really done his research.
It's 55,000, but
We have 3,000 people here tonight.
Exactly. So how many percent of that is probably about 7.5% of your population has come tonight. So I would give your supporters
10.
I'll give your supporters a bigger cheer than your team at the moment.
But then again, like we're quite like nationalistic in our country. So like, for example, not everyone that's here is from Bodø, because like they come from Oslo and everywhere. Because like, they're from Norway. We come here to support the Norwegian team because we're small.
You are small. This is exactly the point that I'm making. Is that Arsenal weren't that great tonight. And the competition at this stage, in the group stages, isn't really that challenging for a team of Arsenal's calibre.
But then again, like you can't underestimate us, because like last year we beat Roma 6-1. 6-1. You can't underestimate us at home next week, right?
We're going to be there next week, Julian. I mean, are you going to be as confident as how you feel tonight?
Well, the answer is no, and I'll explain why. Because if you look at your results, you talk about that game against Roma. You look at, did you play Dundalk at the? Was it Dundalk? No, Limerick. There was an Irish team you played earlier this year. That you actually lost 1-0 away, and then you came back and Linfield, and then you came back and you won 8-0 at home.
I was there.
Because
like the wind in Norway, like in Bodø, it's really strong. Like for example, we have bridges that go across like the fjords. And they're really like they're closed every weekend.
Yeah.
All the time they're closed because like the wind is so strong, and that's why like when you go to Bodø, you shouldn't underestimate Glimt, because like they're used to playing in this like environment. They're AstroTurf as well, so you shouldn't really underestimate the team.
Okay, no, thank you very much. And listen,
just to finish that point off, that's why I'm not as confident when we go there. But that's because everything's going to be kind of very much tailored towards your game. We're going to play on AstroTurf, which we're not used to. You are
the wind,
because it's on the coast. We're going to have to travel, so I think you've got a chance, but it's not down to footballing ability. It's down to other criteria that are going to play. So you have got a chance, but still not a very big chance.
Right, remind me when we go there next week not to be travelling with you, because the Bodo clip is going to be targeting you. But
you are going to be travelling.
I'm going to try hard. But listen, just before we wrap up, who was the player that really stood out for you today in this performance today?
Vieira.
Fabio Vieira.
absolutely brilliant. The touch, I mean, if you looked at the corner he put in, so let's look at that assist that he did. He put in a fantastic corner. I think the goalkeeper or the defender headed it out, but the control instantly killed it. And then the ball back in. Someone said that it was a great header from Holding. Look, it was a good header. It was a good header, but the ball made it. It put it. So I don't remember sort of Holding making much of a move. It went straight on his head, and all he had to do was just use the neck muscles just in the corner. It was a training ground goal created by an absolutely fabulous ball, control and touch by Vieira.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.